talking to y'all? Okay, so you're not doing anything in your class. Okay, so again, second and third, tomorrow when you walk into school, you are going straight to second period. You're not coming here. You don't have to wait by my door. Hopefully your second period teacher's on time. And then third period. We do not have school on Monday. Y'all have a 3-day weekend. Have fun. Tuesday, again, you're going straight to sixth period. It's going to feel very, very weird doing that early in the morning. But you're going straight to sixth period. Then going to seventh. And then hopefully, after these 2 classes right here, go home. Walk out of the building. Find a friend. Get a ride. Go somewhere. If you come to my class at any point that's not a final, I'm making you work. I don't know if y'all heard, but the entire upstairs has to move out. If you've seen your teachers start packing up, if you're here, you're going to be working, moving boxes and stuff. Do you need a note? Absolutely. You should take a note.
No, like, do you need a parent? No, it doesn't matter at this point because like, they're not.
I'm recording, so like, yes, you need a note. Okay. Yes.
Why is it only upstairs that has to pack?
Because they're just doing the upstairs this summer, and then next summer they'll do downstairs. Well, they don't want to end up not finishing and then have like no carpet in here and concrete. So like, yeah. What else was I gonna say? You guys, obviously, if you can't get a ride, don't have somebody pick you up. You are welcome to stay late. Find a friend. Freshman, pay a sophomore, junior, senior that drives. Sophomores and juniors, there are no seniors here. Drive here.
Who juniors? I know plenty of them.
Yeah. Oh, and Alexa. And we have a couple other, but they're not here. Okay, let me go over this because I want you to see what your the answers. I want you to have the answers, and I want you to know how to do this. So, a translation. A translation means to what? Translate means to? Nope. Slide. Translate means to slide. What does reflect mean? If you're reflecting, what are you doing? You're flipping. Where's the word flip? E. If you're reflecting, you are flipping. All right, rotation. If I'm rotating, what am I doing? I am turning. So rotate means to turn. And then dilation means to do what? Shrink or get bigger. So what is that one? Where do we see? Shrink or get bigger would be F, changing sizes. Hey guys, that's basically what question number 1 is. So you're taking these vocabulary words and you're matching the correct thing with them. So although it's 20 questions in 4 parts, this is what the 4 parts look like. Can you match them? Hey, a vertical line of reflection. If you are vertically reflecting, what does that mean is going to be the same on both sides? The left and the right. So the left and the right will be the same. Vertical goes up and down. Horizontal line of reflection means that what? Top and bottom. Horizontal goes like this. Oh. Okay. Looking at this picture down here, which one is my radius? Q is the radius. Remember, the radius starts at the middle and goes out. Okay, these are other ones are a little, we might forget them. Which one is a chord?
R.
R is a chord. Remember, a chord starts and stops on the circle. So R is a chord. A tangent. A tangent is T. It hits the circle once and goes off. All right, kind of think of it. You see how it makes a T right here? A tangent makes a T. A tangent makes a T with the radius. And then last but not least, a secant is a line that goes through. Now, do you see how R does not have arrows? Secant has arrows. So secant is S. A secant and a tangent usually have arrows, but tangent only hits once. A secant hits twice. So if you look right here, my tangent hits once, but my secant hits my circle twice. All right, that's another section of questions. Can you match the picture with the word? Yeah? Okay. What is a square?
Oh, it's a square.
But what is it?
A
regular polygon?
It is a regular polygon, so actually this one has 2 of them. It is a regular polygon. But it also, I heard somebody say D. Do you agree a square has 4 congruent sides? 4 congruent sides, and my diagonals are perpendicular. That's also another letter, but we'll get to that. What about B? That's true too. It has 4 congruent sides and congruent diagonals. Square has a bunch of them, because there's also one more. Do you agree a square also has 4 right angles and congruent diagonals?
Yeah.
So all of these are a square. If you would have picked any of these, you would have been right.
Will it be like that on the phone?
No, there'll only be one answer. All right, what about a rhombus? What is a rhombus? Y'all are used to saying rhombus is a diamond. We don't like that word. Diamond goes on my finger, but a rhombus has what? D. It has 4 congruent sides, and the diagonals are perpendicular. A rhombus is D. So I could turn this sideways.
Wouldn't it be B too?
It would not be B because a rhombus does not have congruent diagonals. Oh, what's a kite? Are all my sides the same on a kite? No. These 2 are the same. These 2 are the same, but not all of them are the same. And then what if I connect my diagonals?
One's bigger.
One is bigger, but they make a right angle. So that's going to be I. Perpendicular diagonals. Perpendicular diagonals, but the sides are not all congruent. What's a rectangle? E? H. Do you agree a rectangle has 4 right angles? Yes. And then the diagonals are congruent on a rectangle. They are the exact same because a rectangle is a mirror of both sides. What's a triangle? A triangle has how many sides? 3 sides. Well, if I'm looking at my options, I have C, a 6-sided polygon. That's not a triangle. I have cannot be concave. That is actually the answer. Remember, concave is where something caves in, like this. Because a triangle has 3 sides, it cannot be concave. What's a hexagon? C, 6 sides. Do y'all agree a hexagon has 6 sides? And what about a circle? A circle cannot be a polygon. Why? There are no sides. A polygon has sides. There are no sides. For these last 2, how do I know which one goes to which? Do you agree it's going to be O or P? How do I know which one do I do? Y'all, go to Desmos. What is the square root of 52? Which one of these is the same number? Is it 2 square root of 13 or 2 square root of 11? You see how they match? That's what you do. Put them in the calculator. See which one matches. So this is 7.2. This is 6.6. This is 7.2. Let's guess what square root of 44 is going to be. 6.6. So O and P. What questions do I have about the front? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just did 5 of the 20 questions with you in Schoology. It's not too bad, right? Okay. Now if we open up, it gets a little bit worse. I'm not going to do them all with you. But I'm going to skip around. Yes. I don't know if it'll be there, but you can go. Yeah, go real quick. All right, I'm going to skip number 2A and I'm going to go to 2B. What is happening right here from K to A?
Up and left.
It's going up and left. I also think you could say that it's multiplying by 2, but either one of those will work. Up, how many is it going up? Up, 2, left, 1. Okay.
I said left to left.
That's fine. If you switch them around, that's perfectly fine. What's happening from K to B?
Right to.
Although it's going right to, something else is happening. It is reflecting over the what axis? The Y axis. By the way, you're going to have answer choices. So if there's no answer choice that says right to, then you should know, okay, I'm looking for something else. Yep. So this is the Y axis. Do y'all agree it's mirrored over the Y axis? Yeah. What about K to C?
Right something.
I got right 4, and then I got up 2. And again, this will be multiple choice, so if you're thinking it's reflecting over something, you'll do it. And then last but not least, K to D, this one's a little bit harder to recognize. This one is at -1, 2, and this one's at +1, -2.
Would that be reflection over the x-axis?
It's rotation 180. So you could have put two things. You could have either put rotate 180, or you could have put reflect over X and the Y axis. Because it could have reflected here and then reflected there. Yeah. What? Again, it'll be multiple choice. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's no fill in the blank. Everything's multiple choice. Yes. Let me finish this. Number 3. How do we figure out, y'all? How do I figure out if it is acute, obtuse, or right? Circle the biggest number on all of them. Now, I had a lot of people come to me and they're like, Miss Olivares, but 2 of them are the same. Make one of them the biggest. So I'm going to make this one the biggest, and that's the biggest. Do y'all agree with that? Okay? And then we have to square our biggest number. A lot of y'all forgot to do that on the TEKS test. Square your biggest number. So I'm going to do, watch please, I only got a couple more minutes of talking. 16 squared is 256. 4 squared is 16. I don't know why I put that in the calculator. I don't know what that is, but that's okay. And then 25 squared is 625. Okay, square the biggest number. Then what am I going to do?
Square the same.
Do the same to the smaller numbers, but what do I need to do to them? Add them. So I need to do, what's 11 squared plus 9 squared? What is 2 squared plus 4 squared? What is 7 squared plus 24 squared? And I'm going to put that now in the calculator. What am I doing? Plus 9 squared. What is 2 squared plus 4 squared? And what is 7 squared plus 24 squared? So I got 202, 20, and 625. How does this first one compare to this? 256 is, it is bigger, and since 256 is bigger than 202, it is obtuse. You found it? It's probably in attendance. How is 16 compared to 20? It is smaller. Do y'all agree 16 is smaller than 20? So it is acute. And last but not least, what about these two? They're the same, so it is right. Miss Garrett is hiking. Here's Miss Garrett. And she goes north. What direction is north? Up. She's going to go north for 5 miles. And then she stops and she goes west. What direction is west coast? That is left. For 12 miles. That's a lot of miles, let me say. And she gets exhausted. How far is she from her starting point?
13 miles.
How did you get 13 miles? We are going to do Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So I'm going to say C squared equals, it does not matter which one is A and which one is B. And what do you need to do? Square root it. Don't forget to square root it because y'all are going to get a big number. Your number should kind of be around these numbers. And Brian was right. When you put that in the calculator, you get 13. Just to make sure you believe us, the square root of 12 squared plus 5 squared is 13. Alright, I'm going to go over 8 and 9. I'm going to go over something else for y'all. For this right here, 8. What numbers are right here? 30 and 60, 90. Tomorrow, not tomorrow, but on your final, the next time I see you, you are going to get a formula chart. And on your formula chart, remember, it has the 30, 60, 90 rules for you. Okay? You just have to remember which one goes where. So as a reminder, it tells you A is 10. So I'm going to put a 10 right here. 10 is across from what? The 30. What's going to go in the middle one? 10 square root 3. And if you're not sure how to remember that, look right here. What's across from my 60? So that's kind of a hint to help you if you get confused. And then 90, what do I do to get all the way over here to my 90? What is 10 times 2? 20. So across from the 90 is the C letter, so that is 20. Across from 60 is B, that is the 10 square root of 3. Number 9, it says A is 40 square root of 2. Well, if that is 40 square root of 2,
wouldn't B be 40?
B would also be the same thing, 40 square root of 2, because A and B are the same. Why? Because it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle. Those numbers are the same, these sides are the same. Now this one's a little bit more complicated. How do I get C? What do we normally do here?
You usually would multiply by square root.
I would put a square root of 2. But that's not going to be your answer because do you see how there are 2 square roots of 2? What is the square root of 2 times the square root of 2?
40 square root of 4.
It's the square root of 4. What's the square root of 4?
I didn't know if we had to put it in the text.
So you can put it in the calculator or you can do it out, but look, it gives you an answer. What's the answer? 80. This is 80.
So your C would be the same as your A and B?
No, 80 is not the same because look, if I put 40 square root of 2 in the calculator, that's not the same number.
What? So why do we put 4 square root of 2 on the C?
We put, because, okay, so like, let's say there was no square root of 2. You would get 40 and 40, right? If I didn't put it. And then your answer would literally just be 40 square root of 2. But because it has the square root of 2, I had to add on an extra one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hold on. If it was 40 square root of 4 for those two.
Then you would leave it 40 square root of 8. And you, because 40 square root of 8 isn't a pretty number, and that would be your answer choice.
No, I mean like, so if it was 40 square root of 4, for example.
Right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you would put 40 square root of 4 times 2, right? Times square root of 2. Is what I'm
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm double checking.
Yes.
So I was like,
Whatever that is, you put square root of 2 next to it.
okay.
Yes. All right. Here's what I want you to remember about SOHCAHTOA. If x is on, well, first of all, what do I got to do in my Desmos?
Degree.
Make sure you're in degrees. Okay? And then, if x is on top, what do I got to do?
What?
X is on top, what do I got to do?
I'm sorry, same.
You have to times it by 50.
Multiply by 50. And what you do to one side? So in your calculator, you would put 50 times sine 41. It's been a long time since we've done this, huh? So 50 sine of 41 is 32.8. That is if x is on top. You multiply. If x is on bottom, what did I teach you to do back in February? Switch them.
So 44.
44 stays on top, and you move cosine of 80 on the bottom. If x is on the bottom, you switch them. 44 stays on top, cosine of 80 on the bottom. Again, this whole thing is multiple choice. If you can get one or two of them, you're good, right? All right, so this is, wow, that's a pretty big number. 253.38. That sounds, I guess.
That's not what I got.
I thought I got that.
You got that?
Yeah.
I might have typed it in wrong
No, I'm in degree mode. Okay.
now. Was in degree mode.
Last but not least, yeah, I don't know why, that's a pretty big number. It usually is closer, I guess. Last but not least, what if x is right here next to the tan or the cosine or the sine?
Is that what it rounds to 40?
Oh, yeah, it would, but that's okay. Inverse, we do the little -1. And in your calculator, remember you have to hit functions.
I wonder if I also round the 39 instead of 38.
Yeah, you're right. You could do 38. Again, it's going to be multiple choice. You could do 38, you could do 40. It'll be multiple choice. You want to hit the one, if x is with the thing, the angle, you want to hit the one that says the -1. Oh, why is it doing that to me? So let me do that again. Tan -1, and what are the numbers? 7 over 9. What is 7 over 9? Tan of -1 of 7 over 9 is what we put in the calculator. And so we get 37.9, 37.8. So just any of them is fine. It's multiple choice. Okay. As a reminder, an angle of elevation is this right here. Angle of depression has to be with the horizontal line. It's the horizontal line going down. This is nothing. The sum of the interior angles. Sum of the interior is SI. As a reminder, SI is 180 times n minus 2. So 180 times, how many sides does this have? 20 minus 2. Again, I'm giving you free points on your final, and I'm giving you answers. You might want to write this down and pay attention. But if you don't, that's your choice. You're going to get the formula chart. These formulas right here, I don't think we're giving you. I need to check with that. There's this formula, and there's one other one I'm going to talk about in just a minute. They should be the only formulas you have to memorize. But we might give you this, so I don't know. We gave it to you on your test. I think we're going to give it to you on your final.
So there's 4 that we have to memorize? These are
Yeah, but we gave these to you on your test. I think we're going to give it to you.
I meant like, do we have to do all
Yeah, you have to do all 4 of them. Each interior is your SI divided by N. Well, what did we get for SI? 3,240. How many sides are there? 20. So I'm just going to take that number we just got and divide it by 20. 160. EE. We just did EE on the TEACS test. What was the formula for EE? 360 divided by N. So what is 360 divided by 20? 18. And what is all of the exterior? What's the SE always going to be? If you add up all...
180? No, it's 360.
360. SE will always be 360. There's no formula. I'm going to let you do B on your own to earn your 5 points. We'll do that in a minute, or we'll do that later. The only other one I want you to remember, guys, a rectangle, how many degrees is this whole angle right here? 90. I need you to remember that's 90. What about a square? Also 90. Okay? What about the middle of a rhombus? These are all 90. So just something to remind yourself. All right? There's a lot of 90 going on in these. Keep that in mind. Okay? I'm not gonna answer those. You can do those on your own. This one right here. Oh, wait, no, this one. If 1 is 55, what's angle 2? 55. What's angle 6? 55. What's angle 5? 55. If this whole thing is 60, I would divide by 2. So what is 60 divided by 2? 30 degrees. Okay? If I have the angle and I want the arc, I multiply by 2. So go back and do it. Alright, last one I'm going to do with you, because all of the other ones on the back you have the formula chart for. I just want to remind you, this one right here, to find angle 3. You take your big arc, what's my big arc here? Plus your little arc, what's my little arc here? And what am I going to do? Divide by 2. And put that in the calculator. What is 80 plus 30 divided by 2? 80 plus 30 divided by 2 is 55 degrees. If you have a question like this, your big arc plus your little arc divided by 2. Alright? All of the rest of these on the back are area and volume, and you have a formula chart that you're going to get. So just plug in the things into the formula chart. Alright? With this, doing this, turning it in, and the formula chart, everybody in here should be passing. Alright? It's not, we tried to make it as basic as possible. Okay? Alright. Y'all finish the rest of this review, and again, I will see you during first period.